Tonight we continue with part 2 of our series, Shifting Seasons. It's a new series exploring our changing climate and its impact on Central Oregon, the high desert, and the Pacific Northwest. This episode explains the greenhouse effect.
Oregon is home to some of the world's most stunning places, from the crashing waves at the coast to lush forests and towering mountains, and the high desert. It's a landscape shaped by nature, creating a variety of microclimates. Though each spot feels unique, they're all connected and dependent on each other. The lakes and rivers irrigate the soil, allowing life-sustaining water to caress the landscape. This process, led by the water cycle and our life-sustaining atmosphere, is a self-contained system. It's a marriage between earth, sea, and air, a balance of life. And it's an incredible system, powered by what's called the greenhouse effect. All right, let's break down the greenhouse effect as it pertains to the Earth itself. So let's think of the Earth as an actual greenhouse. A greenhouse has glass walls and a glass roof, allowing the sunlight to warm it during the day while keeping the heat in overnight. The Earth is not encased in glass, but it is surrounded by a thin layer of air known as the atmosphere. Gases in the atmosphere trap the heat gained during the day. These are called greenhouse gases. The Earth needs just the right balance of these gases to maintain a comfortable living space. If the balance is not maintained, and we have more carbon dioxide and methane, for example, it can cause the Earth to warm. So I've decided to come into an actual greenhouse. I'm here at Moonfire and Sun, and what we have here is a controlled environment. We have the sunlight coming through the plastic, and it's keeping this atmosphere at a fairly consistent temperature. When it gets too hot, they open the vents and cool it down. When it gets too cold, they turn on the heaters. Kind of a controlled scenario. And what happens here is that these plants, what they can do, they generate oxygen. What they also do is absorb carbon dioxide. This atmosphere is much easier to control than the actual Earth itself. So how is this greenhouse controlled? Carrie Leahy of Moonfire and Sun Garden Center explains.
Well, what we're trying to do is create a climate-controlled environment so that we can give tender plants like these annuals here a jump start to the season. We've got a heater located in our south corner to funnel heat in primarily at night. We're protecting these plants from harsh overnight temperatures. During the day, we cool it with fans and by opening a north and south door to let air flow through.
Unlike the greenhouse, nature's balance is much harder to maintain, and since the Industrial Revolution, human activities have introduced more carbon and methane into the atmosphere, tipping the scales and making the balance harder to preserve. The Earth has its checks and balances, but with human impact, can the Earth make the adjustments? Some say it's just part of the natural cycle, while others warn we are pushing things too far. The greenhouse effect? Well, it keeps life possible. And if we want to protect that delicate balance, reducing our carbon footprint is a good place to start.